In this final lecture, I would like to talk about my personal experience in entrepreneurship. I have created several startups and I'd like to give you some examples. I have some lessons learned and I have some successes, I have some but I have many failures actually, and I would like to talk about those failures and what I have learned from my own experience. Actually, one of the first startups I got involved was Kindo. I mentioned you earlier about Kindo as a born global company. So Kindo was a family social networking website. So we all use Facebook for our social networking needs, but actually we do not want our parents to be in Facebook. We do not want to chat with our parents in Facebook. Instead, we said, okay, why don't we have a separate platform to contact with our parents or with the loved ones, with the relatives, with the cousins, whom we cannot be in touch so frequently. And there is this trend of living abroad, living in distant locations. And in these long distances, it's really hard to keep the contact with our loved ones. So we said, okay, Kindo is about the family, and Kindo is a family social networking platform. Kindo is a Facebook for families. Okay, so we started Kindo with this purpose in mind. And Kindo works like a family tree. So when you enter Kindo, you create your own family tree. So in order to have someone in your network in Kindo, you need to have a relative attachment. You need to have some kinness with the people. So you cannot add your friends in Kindo. It's in family tree format. And in the Kindo, we had these features of the Facebook, the newsfeed, the updates, the messaging, the photo album application. So we had so many different applications. And Kindo started with angel investment from the investors of Last.fm and Skype. And the main founder was Niels from Sweden. And with this initial funding, Kindo started in different countries, as you see, with different country managers and co-founders. Our success came from our lean communication. We were like a multinational company, but we were just bootstrapping, and we had this angel investment. I'm showing this as an example that you do not need huge amounts of capital to collaborate with different people in distant places. So we started with 7 languages in Kindo, and rapidly we came to 15 languages, including Arabic, Russian, Chinese, Japanese. And later, actually, Index Ventures, which is one of the largest investment companies, invested in Kindo. And the founder of LinkedIn, Reid Hoffman, also joined our board as well. And at the end, and with the help of additional capital and the country managers all over the world, actually we quickly grew in other countries, and we had customer base, we had user bases in different countries in different languages. And impressed with this huge success, huge growth, actually MyHeritage, another portfolio company of Index Ventures, approached us to acquire us, because at that time MyHeritage was doing a similar website, but they were all concentrated in English, and actually they had more users than our website, but they were impressed with our multi-language functioning in different countries. And then MyHeritage acquired our company, and actually we acted working for MyHeritage for some time as well. Although it might seem as a fast-tracked growth and success, I can clearly say that it was a premature sales. So we could have more potential to go. We had more potential to have more valuations, and maybe we could look for a better valuation at a later stage of the company. But actually, we were impressed with the deal as well at that time. After that, another startup experience of mine was Czech Courier, which was a flower delivery service online. Actually, in this business, we saw this as an opportunity field, because when people would like to send flowers, they search online and they look for the Google, and they look for the flowers, and then they find the best deals and have the flowers sent. So we started operation in the Valentine's Day in 2008, and when we first started, it was a great setup. I mean, we sold more than hundreds of flowers in the same day, but we had so many lessons as well. We were working with some flower shops, and actually at the first day we didn't even plan the delivery process as well, because they told us, okay, we can deliver it, so this is our job. But it was a Valentine's Day. I remember I was in the flower shop, and then it was afternoon, and like 60% of the flowers were still in the shop. I was shocked. I say, oh my God, what are you doing? When are you going to deliver these flowers? And they were also busy with their own stuff. And at the end, I took all the flowers to my car, and then I delivered more than 40 flowers in the Asian side of Istanbul. I was delivering flowers hours and hours. At the end of the night, we called all our customers and said, okay, hey, how was your satisfaction? How did you like the flowers? What was our service? Some people said, okay, it came too early. Some said it came too late. Some said, oh, no, flowers were in bad condition. I don't like it. So there were lots of problems. But at the end, we changed all the flowers. We worked hard to get back the customer satisfaction, and we pushed hard at that stage. But later, this startup actually was short-lived. One of the main reasons was first of all, it was a capital-intensive business because it requires marketing, especially in terms of Google, because people searched on Google, and at that time we didn't have enough capital and financing available in Turkey. And secondly, we had different visions with my co-founder at that time, with my partner. He had a different vision, I had a different vision, and actually we couldn't decide which one of us were the decision maker. So the business died at some point. And later I started another company which was called Jebcode, which means mobile code. It's about mobile barcodes. Okay, it was about the mobile barcodes. Maybe you know about the QR codes or data matrix code. These are 2D barcodes. In this 2D barcodes, it first started in Japan from Toyota as a supply chain tool where you can put more information as compared to regular 1D rectangular barcodes. And we said, okay, we can use it for mobile promotions. We started talking to big companies, Procter & Gamble, Unilever, Coca-Cola, and then mobile marketing agencies, and then marketing agencies, and then telecom companies, and then banking companies, and then publishing companies. So we talked to and then technology companies. We talked to so many companies. And we were all excited on our talks, because when we were talking, everybody was excited with the idea. And we got lots of attention and support. For example, we got government incentives and investments. We had a place in the incubation center at Boğaziçi University, at KOSGEB. In the technology development center, we got an office, so we didn't have to worry about the office and the utilities. And we attended the competitions, and we won the competitions. We got support and funding from Intel, Oracle, Microsoft. And then we got mentorship from Etohome, the startup marketplace, Innovent, another incubation and angel investment program, and other places. And then at one point, Microsoft started a similar product called Microsoft Tech, and we get contact. Once I got an email from the vice president of the Microsoft research in US, and he asked, okay, you are the first ones to use our APIs for this product, and what are you doing? And he came to Turkey. We became partners as the solution partners for Microsoft, and Turkcell, the largest mobile phone operator, created a tender, and we attended the tender, and we got the job from Turkcell at that time. Together with Microsoft. We were so excited. We say, okay, now we did it. We made it. Okay, that was our feeling at that time. So we are partners with Microsoft. We got the job from Turkcell. But it didn't work like that. it was like a revenue sharing model. Turkcell thought, okay, as long as they earn money, we were supposed to earn money, and Microsoft were supposed to earn money, but some corporate changes happened. The project manager left the company, his manager got promoted, another manager in the division left the company, another one joined another team. So the project had no owner at one point, and it died. It died because of the corporatism, let me say. And actually, until that time, it was like we tried every different company, because it was again a platform business model, Jepcode, because in one side we were planning to work with the big marketing companies, because they're already spending money on SMS advertising, mobile advertising, all applications, so they could spend money on our application as well. And on the other hand, we need users to download our application. So it's a chicken and egg problem, but it was a platform business model. If there are enough chickens and eggs, there is enough network effect, and we can have a great platform which we get them all as the winner. But at the end, we say, okay, it can be Turkcell who can only do it. It would be Turkcell who can only do this job, but it didn't work as well, even if we partnered with Microsoft Research. As I said, because of this corporate stuff. Now, let me tell you. I mean, as a summary, let me tell you what I learned all of my startup experiences. First of all, I can say from the Kindo experience, I can say a great team and initial funding is really important. Even if it's an angel investment, seed investment, bootstrapping, family, friends, it doesn't matter. But initial funding is really important. So get some initial funding, and also have a great team, really great team. So try hard on that. So just do not include everyone just because he is your friend, she is your friend. Okay, find the perfect person for that specific job. Just define it. And secondly, have a founder's agreement. So it's valid in all my cases. So you will see lots of benefit for the founder's agreement before starting the job. Okay. And also select a co-founder who complements you. So if you are a marketing guy, business development guy, find a person who is technical. If you are a technical guy, find a person who is sales. Okay, it depends on the type of business you are in, but just do not found a company just because he's your friend. Just you do not know him in the professional environment. Okay, so that's also an important learning. And once you have this team and once you have this founder, decide who is the decision maker. Even if you have equity split 50-50, decide who is the decision maker. There cannot be two decision makers, and this will lead you failure. And my suggestion, my humble suggestion would be just when you have other partners and founders, have the majority stake, become the decision maker if it's your idea, if it's your startup, and just give some percentages, give some shares to other people who will be involved in the project. In my opinion, that would be the best way to work, but there is not a single recipe, so it will be different for different types of businesses and different type of cases. So, for example, in the Google case, Sergey and Larry are perfect examples of co-founders, or in Airbnb, again, there are perfect examples. But in Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is the leading founder. So there are different examples of that, but having a founder, having a co-founder normally helps you, but having these founders agreements and decision-making agreements and the equity split is important. And also another important learning is from Jepcode, trying to work with the large companies. Hey, as a new startup, do not try to work for the large companies in the very early initial stages, because it's really very much time and energy consuming. Instead of that, focus on your initial customers. Focus on a few people who will love your product. Focus on just one person. As I said, do things that do not scale. Just focus on that. Just try to solve it, try to perfect it with just single customer segment with just single customer or even one customer. And as you grow, you will see that you will have solved many problems and issues, and then it will be much more easier to work with the large companies. Do not consume your valuable resources for the big companies. Instead, focus on your initial idea. There are lots of examples of this learning from other startups as well. Just to mention, there are many decision makers in the company. There are many different types of customers. There are influencers, there are decision makers, there are purchasers, there are sabotagers, there are people, there are the actual users. So it takes time to arrange the meetings. When you go there, they will have 20 people at one end of the table and you will be alone there, and then they will talk to each other, they will decide each other. There will be other competitors talking to the company. So it will take lots of time and lots of energy. It will consume lots of energy from you. So do not try to sell anything to companies at the very early stages, but you can talk to them, you can learn from them, you can listen and adapt your product according to them. But just do not try to sell them at the very early stages. And finally, my final suggestion, actually in line with all the guidelines in this entrepreneurship course, fail early, fail often. Which means do not afraid of failure, instead embrace failure. So in that case, you can succeed sooner. So you know so many ways how not to do things. Okay, so you can learn from your failures. So just try to make them as small as possible and as many as possible, and then you will iterate, you will iterate, you will iterate, and then you will finally find the perfect customers and the perfect product for your startup. So as a final words, thank you for taking this entrepreneurship course. I hope you have benefited from this course, and I would like to keep in touch with you. Please ask your questions in the forum, and please send me messages. I would like to listen to your stories as well. So what are your entrepreneurship stories so far? I would like to listen to your failures as well. So these are the things that will help you to learn. Entrepreneurship is an experiential process. You learn from others' experience and you learn from your own experiences. And also you need to read and learn. I suggest you to read blogs and books on these subjects as well. And this is also a field which really flows really fast. There are lots of new startups every day, new enterprises, new business models. So I suggest you to be open to those newness in this industry. I wish you good luck in all your endeavors and hope to stay in touch. Thanks.